and bicycle organizations which have done a countrywide tour. They are key to the success because you've heard of Tour de France. We can have a countrywide tour participated by international tourists, and it has tremendous potential going forward for sustainable tourism. And we are so happy that you all could be here to witness this historic occasion. So before all the main speeches, which you're patiently waiting for, are delivered, we made a promotional video to show you the beauty, the culture, the heritage of Kotte, which was the only capital of last united Sri Lanka 500 years ago. In 1450, the country was united by the Kingdom of Kotte under Parakramabahu VI. So in order to depict that proud heritage and also the biodiversity that we have and the way we have urbanized, made Kotte a blend of public-private partnership and the modern capital of Sri Lanka. So please sit back and enjoy the video.
What if you could uncover the mysteries of the last great kingdom of sovereign Sri Lanka before the colonial occupation of the western and southern coastal belt? Ruled by King Parakramabahu VI in the 15th century, it became the nation's capital again in the 1980s after 500 years. The Kingdom of Kotte cultural tour will unfold a fascinating story of a lost kingdom that had the most significant foreign influence of any capital during Sri Lanka's 2,500-year-long history. The Kotte era was also known as the Golden Era of literature in Sri Lanka. It is the ancient kingdom of Kotte, influenced by the Ming dynasty of China in the 15th century, the Portuguese in the 16th century, the Dutch in the 17th century, and the British in the 18th century. Each left a historical footprint on a capital city that was once a great fortress kingdom in a resplendent land, given the epithet Sri Jayawardhanapura, meaning resplendent city of victory. The Kingdom of Kotte cultural tour focuses on the historical significance of the Kingdom of Kotte, ruled by King Parakramabahu VI in the 15th century, and later became the nation's capital again. It highlights the kingdom's extensive foreign influence from powers like China, Portugal, the Netherlands, and Britain. Visitors can expect to see remnants of the ancient fortress, including ramparts and moats, alongside cultural landmarks like the Raja Maha Vihara Temple, known for its long-standing traditions. The tour also promises an immersive experience into one of the world's iconic wetland capitals, with an eco-tour of Bedagana Wetland and Diasaru Park. With a diverse range of wetland habitats, including marshes, flooded woodlands, lakes, and ponds. Making it a haven for birds, wildlife, and nature enthusiasts. Wetland parks serve several key purposes, including providing visitors with unique nature-based experiences, showcasing the beauty and richness of urban wildlife. The primary objective is to allow the visitors to learn about and immerse themselves in nature, while enjoying the wonders of integrating green infrastructure within urban development. have a grand finale at the Water's Edge Hotel with a feast for your eyes, an enthralling cultural show, and the taste of Sri Lankan culinary delights, with an option for the unique long bar experience. Wishing you a fantastic tour, making memories of a lifetime in the great kingdom of Kotte.
Next, we warmly welcome the Deputy Minister of Tourism.
And a privilege to stand before you at this remarkable occasion because, as a government, we had a vision for tourism. In fact, Chaturanga and myself, we were working very hard before the elections to present that to the public. And we promised that we will create a sustainable and an inclusive tourism economy for which we all are working for. And I really need to commend the team who have taken this initiative and worked very hard to make it a reality. We also have a challenge in Colombo, not like any other capitals, Honorable Prime Minister in the region, the occupancies are very low. Now we have about 3,500 star classified rooms in Colombo. The annual average occupancy is less than 40. You won't believe this, how much challenging to run these properties. One major reason is that the lack of activities for tourists to engage in these areas. On the other hand, the modern capital kingdom Kotte line here is one of the greenest urban places in the region that we have. So capitalizing on that, as well as creating, as Deputy Minister mentioned, linking all these dots to a tourism product offer, crafting this, I think it's a remarkable achievement. And I'm sure this could be included in our tourism promotion bureau's website and link into the promotion as well in the future so that will be available in the international arena. So once again, in the promise of our tourism, very recently we have liberalized our visa regulation so that we can attract some more traffic. And by this time, I think now we are almost 1.3 million plus visitors we have received for this year. Our target is 3 million, which is very ambitious, but I'm sure we can end up somewhere close at the end of the year. So therefore, once again, congratulations to the team. And thank you so much, actually, making another alternative tourism product in the urban Colombo so that we can make tourists engage as well as keep them in Colombo for a couple of days. So warm congratulations, and let's work hard further to bring the expected outcomes to the communities while making the promise that we did at the elections for the public of this country. Thank you everyone, and all the very best for the initiative.
පැමිණෙන්නේ නැති ලෝකයේ එකම අගනුවර බවට තිබුණේ ශ්‍රී ජයවර්ධනපුර කෝට්ටේ. ඒ විතරක් නෙවෙයි ලෝකයේ එකම තෙත්බිමක වෙට්ලෑන්ඩ් එකක තියෙන අගනුවර තමයි ශ්‍රී ජයවර්ධනපුර කෝට්ටේ. නමුත් ඇත්තටම ගොඩක් කනගාටුයි කියන්න රාජ්‍ය ආයතනම විසින්ම ඒ තෙත්බිම විනාශ කරන්න අවශ්‍ය ක්ලියරන්ස් සහතික නැත්නම් අදාළ සහතික නිකුත් කරලා තියෙනවා පහුගිය කාලේ. අද විශේෂයෙන්ම අපිට කෝට්ටේ නගරයේ පළවෙනි පුරවැසියා විදියට මම විශාල සටනක් කරනවා මේ තෙත්බිම ආරක්ෂා කරගන්න. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ ගරු අග්‍රාමාත්‍යතුමියට අපි ඉල්ලනවා අපේ තෙත්බිම ආරක්ෂා කරන්න ඒ අදාළ රාජ්‍ය ආයතනවල සහයෝගයක් දෙන්න. ඒ විතරක් නෙවෙයි මම හිතන්නේ අපේ පුරාවිද්‍යා ස්ථාන සංරක්ෂණය වෙන්නත් ඕන. ඒක මේ අපේ විශේෂයෙන්ම අවශ්‍ය වෙන මේ සංචාරක කර්මාන්තයට විතරක්ම නෙවෙයි අපිට ඇත්තටම මියුසියම් ලයිබ්‍රරි එකක් ඕන. ඒ වගේම කෝට්ටේට ආර්ට් ගැලරි එකක් අවශ්‍යයි. කලාගාරයක්. ඒක අගනුවරක තියෙන්න ඕන ප්‍රධාන දෙයක්. අපි ඕනම ලෝකයේ අගනුවරකට ගියාම අපි යන්නේ මියුසියම් එකට, මියුසියම් ලයිබ්‍රරි එකට, ආර්ට් ගැලරි එකට. නමුත් කෝට්ටේට නෑ. ඒ නිසා ගරු අග්‍රාමාත්‍යතුමියගෙන් අපි ඉල්ලනවා ඊළඟ අයවැයේදී අපිට ඒකට අවශ්‍ය ඉඩම අපි මහනගර සභාවෙන් දෙන්න අපි ලෑස්ති. ඔබතුමිය ඒකට මුදල් වෙන් කරලා මේ සංචාරක කර්මාන්තය විතරක් නෙවෙයි මේකත් එක්ක මේ අවශ්‍ය කරන සියලු දේ සිද්ධ කරයි කියලා. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ මේ සුවිශේෂී අවස්ථාවට අපි ශ්‍රී ජයවර්ධනපුර කෝට්ටේ මහනගර සභාවේ සුබ පැතුම් වගේම කෝට්ටේ නගරයේ ජනතාවගේ පුරවැසියන්ගේ සුබ පැතුම් මේ අවස්ථාවේ පුද කරනවා. මේ කාර්යය සාර්ථක කරගන්න අපට ලබා දෙන්න පුළුවන් සහයෝගය අපි ලබා දුන්නා. මම හිතන්නේ ඒ සම්බන්ධයෙන් තවත් ඉදිරියට අපි මහනගර සභාව විදියට ලබා දෙන්න පුළුවන් උපරිම සහයෝගය ලබා දෙන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. බොහොම ස්තුතියි.
Thank you, sir, for highlighting the importance of this initiative and highlighting prospective developments that will further Kotte as a tourist destination. Up next, we are honored to invite the province, Hanif Yusuf, to share his thoughts on this meaningful initiative and the vision behind it.
Madam Prime Minister, Your Excellencies, Deputy Ministers, ladies and gentlemen, it is with pride that I stand before you. I just want to share with you how it all began. I'm not from Kotte, I'm from Colombo. I found my queen in Kotte. And I remember getting lost because I was from Colombo. I went into Rampart Road. And I knew there were some ramparts in Kotte many years ago, 43 years ago. Recently, when I was talking with the president, and I had not the fortunate of what the deputy ministers had, and you, Prime Minister, that you knew exactly what to do for the country when you come into power. I was parachuted to this position. I did not plan, nor did I expect. But I want to share with you that I was at one time a tourist guide of Colombo. Before I started the business, and I went into pinnacle of my business, but I should be a hustler. Not the ones that you find on the road, but always want to do the best for the city of Colombo. I'm first generation here. I come from a refugee family from India. But this is my home. And I'm going to use this window of opportunity that I've got here, Madam Prime Minister, to speak to you as candid and as frank as I can. The only interest is to develop this country and Colombo. When I walked in the nights with Dr. Vijayaratna of SLRDC, I owe it to him. He's the one who introduced. And before that, Dr. Tulan Etiaraj, which I'm very, very grateful for, at the Gangaraman Temple, told me about this Kotte Kingdom and reviving. There was a tussle between the university and who owns it. I just found out after a long hassle that it belongs to the Ministry of Science and Technology. I ordered a bulb for the thing, and that's still coming. I wanted the museum to have the Milan fashion show, like the Italian fashion show, on the grounds of the museum. It was not look too good. You go to the museum, we have an excellent museum. I want to make it like the English museum. But we'll tackle that problem. The revenue that you come from the museum goes to the treasury, so nobody has the money. Same thing, Chaturanga with Apegama. So when you get Apegama, the revenue to Apegama must go to Apegama. So they can fix the air conditioning, they can fix things and stuff like that. But I'm not here to tell you the pessimists, but I'm just telling you the opportunities that we have. I'm just outlining the opportunities the great city has. This city, under your leadership, Madam Prime Minister, and under the leadership of President, must be the best city in Southeast Asia. And you do not do much. As a businessman, I can tell you, you don't have to do much, just fine-tuning some things here and there. And Your Excellencies will rely on you with the expertise that you have in your respective countries. And Your Excellency, I hope the Malaysian free entry for Sri Lankas will happen. I'll tell you that also. And I'm going to take a selfie with you talking about that. thank you again. Thank you, Virit. And thank you for the team from the Kotte organizers who did a wonderful job. A wonderful job. It all happens when people are committed. And I'm ever so grateful. And this is a proud moment for me as governor of the province for the Kingdom of Kotte to have been launched. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you for those encouraging words, Governor. It is now my great honor to invite our chief guest, the Honorable Prime Minister of Sri Lanka, Dr. HARINI AMERASURIYA, to deliver the keynote address.
Good evening, Deputy Ministers, Mayor of Kotte, Mayor of Kaduela, members of the diplomatic community, citizens of Kotte, and friends. As someone who has one foot in the Kingdom of Kotte, I feel very privileged to be here. I belong to both the Kotte Kotte Council as well as the Maharagama Council, so I can claim a little bit of ownership with this initiative. I'm really pleased to be here today and to be able to speak at the launch of the Kingdom of Kotte Tourism Trail, a really significant initiative for many reasons that marks the beginning of a new chapter for Sri Lanka. The project is more than just a tourism trail. It is a journey through history, nature, and heritage. It is an opportunity to reintroduce our capital city not only as the administrative heart of Sri Lanka, but also as a place of remarkable historical depth, cultural richness, and ecological value. Also, as a urban wetland, this is, I think, uniquely positioned. And it's a position that I think we really need to protect, because I'm sure this is one of the very few capital cities with this amount of environmental diversity also that we can project, and one that we can promote. As you all know, Kotte has an extraordinary past. Established in the 14th century as a fortified capital, Kotte has witnessed waves of foreign influence, starting from Chinese to Portuguese, Dutch, and British rulers. It was once home to King Parakramabahu VI, the last great monarch to unite and rule Sri Lanka as a sovereign nation. It is here that the golden age of Sinhala literature and architecture flourished. Today, the remnants of this rich history remain. Ancient ramparts, moats, religious sites, and monuments quietly narrating the story of a proud and resilient kingdom, and of a cosmopolitan kingdom, one that had many influences, one that was diverse, one that was pluralistic, as the district of Colombo today is, and as I think Sri Jayawardhanapura Kotte remains. And this is also something that we really need to promote and protect. Yet Kotte is not only something that belongs to the past. It is a city of vibrant wetlands, diverse bird life, and a rare ecological balance that few capital cities in the world can claim. As the world's first wetland capital, Kotte offers a living example of how urban life and biodiversity can coexist if we protect it and if we take good care of it. If guided by thoughtful planning and deep respect for the environment, this uniqueness of this capital city can be something that we can be proud of. The Kingdom of Kotte Tourism Trail brings together these unique dimensions, history, culture, nature, into one experience. It invites both Sri Lankans and international visitors to explore a side of Kotte that has remained hidden for too long. I really encourage you to look at domestic tourism here as well, because there's much of Kotte that most people do not know or understand that there's so much to do in Kotte. starting with the wetlands, but also the historical aspects, which most people are unaware of. This initiative, led by the Kotte Green Tourism Network, with support from the Western Province Tourism Board and the Governor, Honorable Hanif Yusuf, and inspired by the vision of the Deputy Minister Chaturanga Abesinghe, reflects a strong commitment to community-based and sustainable development. This, Honorable Deputy Minister, as you mentioned, is what we are talking about when we talk about inclusive growth, inclusive development, and inclusive tourism. That the community is deeply involved in these initiatives, and tourism doesn't just become some kind of extractive sector, but rather something that nourishes the citizens and the community in which it is located. It shows what is possible when local leadership, civic engagement, and national heritage come together with a shared purpose. On behalf of all Sri Lankans, I offer my appreciation to the organizers and partners of this project. Your work is helping reimagine our capital, not only as a place of governance, but as a living museum and an open classroom, where every street corner, wetland, and shrine has a story to tell. As we begin this new journey, let us ensure that tourism in Kotte is built not just for visitors, but for the communities who call this city home. Let us celebrate and protect the heritage that belongs to all of us and pass it on with care to future generations. Thank you very much, and I wish you all a very pleasant evening.
Thank you, Madam Prime Minister, for that inspiring keynote. Let us take a short moment now as budding entrepreneurs working closely with the Ministry of Industry and Entrepreneurship Development present a small token of appreciation for our chief guest. Thank you once again to our chief guest and our guests of honor for leading this historic launch. Before this, Chairman, Western Province Tourism Board, Dr. Mahesh Tantirikalda, Chairman, NEDA and President of KGTN, Minister of Industry and Entrepreneurship Development, Honorable Chaturanga Abesinghe, Mayor of Kotte, Kotte Green Tourism Network Team, Prasad Jayasinghe, Janaka Jayavira, Sandaka Lenagala, Dr. Anil Priyanka Badavitana, Dr. Janaki Kuruppu, Suran Chanaka, Heshani Kaumadi, and Karuppan Samagam Shakila. Our partners, Dream Team Studio, Mother Sri Lanka, Hatton National Bank, In Talent Asia, DSI Footwear, Ebert Silva, David Peary's Group, Electratech, Water's Edge, Hilton Colombo, organizations, youth groups, and the Kotte Bicycle Association, Mr. Aminder Lakmal for marketing and media strategy support, all our mass media, web media, and print media partners, social media and content creators, all our volunteers and event support teams. This launch is only the beginning. We hope this initiative becomes a landmark for learning, exploration, and cultural pride, placing the Kingdom of Kotte rightfully on the tourist map of Sri Lanka. I would now like to welcome Dr. Anil Badavitana once again to give us a brief introduction to the Kingdom of Kotte International Tourism, story behind it, its vision, and what makes this initiative so meaningful. Dr. Badavitana, over to you.
Good evening again. This introducing international tourism to Kotte is the present-day wetland capital of the ancient kingdom, and Ramza actually recognized ours as the best wetland capital in 2018. To develop Kotte as a unique eco-cultural tourism destination that combines biodiversity, history, and urban regeneration. Our community-based partners are Intelligent Asia, Kotte Heritage Foundation, who are trying to keep all the monuments that are there, remaining monuments intact. It has been a huge struggle by the Kotte Heritage Foundation. They have been there for some time because even the rampart has been encroached. There have been unauthorized buildings that are happening. So we want to encourage this Kotte Heritage Foundation to continue in preserving all the landmark remaining monuments. Because we have public sector partners. You've seen on both sides, there are so many. But of course, the governor's office, which created a task force with Dr. Dulani Tiarachi, we were part of that. And then we evolved into this particular project with the help of Western Province Tourist Board. And we are grateful to Dr. Prasad for giving us the leadership in that direction. We have also the Minister of Entrepreneurship Development, Honorable Deputy Minister Chaturanga, helping us, and also NEDA, chaired by our CBO's President, Mr. Lakshman Abesekar. For our key stakeholders, which I mentioned, most of the public sector and private sector partnerships who have become our key stakeholders here. And also we have private sector partners. HNB became our banker for this event, so I'm very grateful to them. DSI provided their propaganda vehicle and they did an amazing job. And then Green Tourism Partner, we have the Skills Development Organization, which is run by Mr. Prasad. And we also have Mother Lanka Dreams Team Studio, which partnered us for this event. And we also have Hilton extending their support. Very grateful to them because they have to, as the Honorable Deputy Minister of Tourism said, the hotel rooms have to be filled. And this attraction starts from their countries. They book. If they want to see Kotte, Kotte is the capital, but it's not on the TripAdvisor. From today, we hope it goes onto the TripAdvisor, that Kotte is the capital where you can see all these fantastic ancient culture, ancient monuments, as well as the wetlands that are beautiful, and bird watchers, butterfly watchers. Birders go quite a long way, to actually witness these rare birds that are around. So you don't have to go far. You can come to Kotte and witness them. We have 3 wetlands that have been created: the Beddagana wetland, then the Rampart wetland, and the Saruguyana. So all these 3 can be developed further to attract tourism, as the Honorable Prime Minister said, local tourists as well, because there are a lot of Kotte is commuter land, but there are a lot of people in Kotte, residents of Kotte, who don't realize the beauty and the advantages of tourism. And also we want to attract high-end tourism, like in the Maldives. People come to relax. To Sri Lanka, they go to the beaches, they are budget holidays. People go to the Maldives, high spenders, they have 7-star resorts, they spend a lot of money. Kotte tourism has to be for high-end. Even homestay has to be at a very high level. So we expect the government, because all the providers of tourist services have to be registered with the tourism board or tourism development authority. So therefore, we have to make sure that the standards are maintained. Very high standards are expected of Kotte tourism. And we want high-end tourists who come and basically give their patronage to us. I think Water's Edge is also developing rooms. I think 27 rooms have been opened and there are 50 rooms being developed. I think that has to go further. We have to have hotels in Kotte that can accommodate high-end tourists. So we also have Apegama, as I said, and there has been a Colombo tour run by this organization before COVID. Actually, they did this with a canopy and all that. They had an organization doing that. So Ebert Silver Holidays have been the pioneers of doing that. Having you and being inspiration that you gave was terrific. Thank you so much. Okay, please, Minister. Thank you. Your inspiration helped us to make it sustainable in Kotte, the Kingdom of Kotte.